So just an update with this car. What's left to do? Give it a good wash, repair this, repair that, have a look at the paint repair there, whether I need to do anything, whether just cutting that back, polishing, maybe lacquering will repair that. Boot has been replaced, looks loads better, obviously still needs cleaning as I've said. Put the old number plate on or order a new one, but remove these sticky labels, sticky, to put the new one on. Remove that, it's definitely not a hybrid. Repair that, which apparently I was reading up, done it too fine, 2,500, 2,500 grit. Need to go over with 800 to rough that up so the lacquer will take, and then cut back. There are other areas that could be done. For example, you can see there a mark on the door card. Don't know what this is on the pillar there. You cannot see the paint repair that I did on that, which is good. There's a couple of marks elsewhere. I'm sure more will be revealed as I wash this car. I'm not sure about the radio reception. It's not great in here anyway. But when I get outside, because the previous owner set their radio to radio 1 and that, it does pull through titles. The number plate bulb does bring up a warning light, but not all the time. Bear in mind that this was removed from the original, so I'm just hoping it's a loose bulb, contact isn't great. Then I can either have a faff about with this, but I suspect what's going to happen is I will remove the motor, windscreen motor, and sell that. Remove that and sell that. Don't think the actual boot itself is of any value, particularly with the damage on the boot, which is a real shame. But I think it was actually cheaper to buy a new hatch than it was to repair this one. Looking at it, to replace the windscreen on this, I think that was well over £150. The actual new hatch cost me £100 delivered. So yeah, all good with that. I believe there is some scuffing to the base of the hatch on the new one, which I'll touch up at some point. But really now it's a question of getting it on the road and running. There was nothing registering on the dipstick, and had that out, so top that up. Does register now. It's a bit of vibration. When it was running the other day I noticed that. Whether you, well, there's a video that Love 500's put out recently where Copart have stuck the forks of the Manito or whatever you want to call it underneath there, underneath the sill, and bent the exhaust, and the exhaust hanger was damaged and it was vibrating under the side of the car. So I do need to get this up. I want to get that rear, inside rear wheel off. Just have a look at taking the liner off and pushing the reflector back out. Hopefully that's just a gluing job. But just really, it's touching up these bits. Probably this is going to be the most onerous bit, the bit that I'm least looking forward to. I'm not sure whether I can get someone to do, like I say, a PDR repair, how much that's going to cost. Is it worth it? Can I afford it? Do I want to afford it? At this point, I haven't spent loads, but I don't know, you know, I've cheated really by having the window guys seal these in, take the old out. Only took them 5 minutes, to be fair, but for what it cost me, it probably would have cost me the same in buying equipment as to what it cost me then to pay them to do that. I'd already spent most of the money on the windows anyway, so it was as well to do it that way at this point. Okay, speak to you probably in a bit. So we're just showing the lack of damage on the newly purchased tailgate and boot. Quite clearly see there was some lettering on this side which had been pulled off and has pulled and taken the clear coat with it. And again a bit more here, there's a bit of a T there was an M to the top left hand side. The second part is shown where I've rubbed back trying to get a nice flat, so you're not gone onto the paint but just removing and levelling off that clear coat so there's no ridges. This clip's just showing the sort of finished effect I got with the clear coat. This is using a 4K camera, so the defects show up considerably more, but actually I'm really happy with compared to how it was and I'd first tried this, the finish. There's a little bit of, I don't know whether it's like solvent pop or probably orange peel, but I tried to cut that back. And part of the issue there was my first coat, first wet coat I did, I think I went too wet and I'd oversprayed an area which gave it a sort of a bubbly effect. I might have sprayed from an angle rather than perpendicular to the panel, which sort of created this bubbly effect. Tried to cut that back using some compound and then polishing. Just got rid of most of it, and to the sort of naked eye actually it doesn't look too bad, but you get that effect, and you can see that on this video. Don't forget, if you do like this video, please like or subscribe or even leave a comment. More than happy for feedback. Thank you.